Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, lovely people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information on every activities happening in Biafran territory. Please subscribe to this channel and make sure you turn on your notification because we will be notifying you whenever we drop house banking news. Now, straight up to the issue. For those of you who are still doubting about the referendum ongoing in Biafran land, this is a proof that people are still voting. And this proof is coming from Ebonyi State, Eza community to be precise, where a large number of Biafrans came out to vote for the freedom of Biafra. People are tired. We saw what happened in Orlu community, where the terrorist Nigerian army went haywire and destroyed innocent people's property and all that. Now, someone posted something on a comment that that the misinformation is actually contradicting some issues in the whole struggle. And the first question I asked was, what misinformation? And from the person's comment, he was trying to say that we are always coming out to claim, in quotes, that we're always coming out to claim that that Biafrans are being protected, that everywhere is safe. The Nigerian army are not doing anything. But this same person has failed to at least give kudos to the good work of the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá with his gallant men who has been on ground also making efforts to keep normalcy and defending innocent people in Biafran land. The same person who is quick, to castigate, didn't even remember that this same person and this same gallant men have actually been, helping in making sure that they defend every hooks and crannies of Biafran territory. That is the kind of people we are dealing with. Yeah, what happened in Orlu, it still proves that this fight that the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá is fighting with his gallant men are just fight. He's fighting for justice. This shows truly that the Nigerian terrorist army, among other non-state and state actors, are doing everything to frustrate the freedom of Biafrans in Biafran land. And this shows that there is an ongoing WAR in Biafran land, which is the main thing. So they should stop making it look as if that the Biafran struggle is what is causing the insecurity. No, there is a WAR already happening. If you go to places like Orlu community and some other communities, you will understand what they are saying, that you're somewhere in diaspora, asking careless questions and coming out to cause controversy and also to criticize, the ongoing the ongoing WAR, and to criticize the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá for defending his land. Then something must be wrong with your head, because you don't want anything good. Please, you people should stop this attitude of you're criticizing every move. Go and criticize the Nigerian government. Criticize the zoo. Stop coming here to bring up issues. All you do is complain every time, but yet you're not doing anything. You're bringing down people's struggle, people's effort, but yet you've not contributed anything tangible or meaningful towards it. Please watch this video, this important video, and do not forget to help share this news. Let people see, with evidence that it is happening. And the important thing about these videos, like this referendum voting, is that these are evidences, for the world to know that there was a just, voting, that people actually voted. It wasn't manipulated from anywhere. Look at the numbers of people that came out massively to vote for the freedom of Biafra. Please enjoy and share.
You can watch our people online. You can watch our people online. You can watch them online. This is coming up from Ebonyi State. This is the Ebonyi State in Biafra land. You can watch our people. You can watch them. This is one of the units in Eza conducting their own self-referendum for the exit of Nigeria. You can watch them. You can watch them from their back. That is to tell you that Biafra are ready to go. This is our people. You can watch them. They came out in mass to cast their vote. You can watch them. This is our people. You can see the marvelous crowd. The crowd is also intimidated. That is to tell you Biafra are well ready. You can see them with their voter's card on their hand so that their vote will be counted. And that is why they came out today to cast their vote. And this is the unit in Eza. That is to tell you that Eza people are ready to make sure Biafra came into existence. And that is why they came out today. Biafra, what do you want to do?
We want to cast our vote.
For what? You want Biafra to come?
Yes.
And that is why you came here today?
Yes.
To cast your vote?
Yes.
But I'm assuring you that your vote will be counted. There is nothing like selfish interest in this vote. Everything will be done in a way everyone will be happy. And every vote will be counted. And I'm assuring you that Biafrans will be happy about this vote. Mama, there where they don't only vote.
Áttáćk ka votu Biafra ta Biafra bịa ta anyị nwere onwe anyị. Ka anyị nwere onwe anyị. Anyị nwere onwe anyị anyị mebeji ikwela egbodo anyị emeti ihu. Ikwete mebi kwedi. Anyị ji asụ ya azụ ihu. Anyị gbaje mechi enwe ka ọfụsha anyị. Aka anyị nọ dị ime Nigeria nbe Nigeria evunu mechi lishinta giti idobiala ali. Asole paka wrong parking. Ọkụbụ wrong way. Mana anyị bakala Biafra nta. Be in fact ele kwele ha so gende kan tabe ha so moto e kan fronta
Nwegima wa agụkọ ekwo.
Nwegima na agụ ekwo n'ime Biafra mari kwekwe jeru kwa nwe ọrụ afụkụ ụgwọ nwa
Ọkụbe Nigeria e.
Ọkụbe Nigeria to ọkwa kwa maga ọdọ fu ekwere.
Nwegima ga wa ga ekwele Nigeria nta ọdụrụ.
Ọtọ dumure ọdụgụnumure mle fogo n'ime egole ma fle ha ndụ ọkọta bụle nwekwe kwata ma
kwa ekwo enweta jọrụ.
Le ngboko kwata nweje kwa ọrụ tọdụkwu Nwegima ma gure kwa nwere ọrụ.
Kweje last weekend.
Kweje skugi kwa Nwegima kwa kparile field.
Kweje kwa nada we nweta ọrụ ndai kwe ndo.
Kweru asụkwale le kwa be tuwakuru nu. Kwa efilu form be tuwakuru.
Oya be jalen close.
Kwa jalen close shut after di kwa.
Onwe was yet ndo no fo.
Penny. Akwa fuge pen ọtọ nwedi shut akwudi asụkwata wele shalata akwudi.
Tehena ga nu ọrụ astefa de gole.
Te kabile bu nwanye be egide da rep.
You can watch our people online. You can watch our people online. You can watch them online. This is coming up from Ebonyi State. This is the Ebonyi State in Biafra land. You can watch our people. You can watch them. This is one of the units in Eza conducting their own self-referendum for the exit of Nigeria. You can watch them. You can watch them from their back. That is to tell you that Biafra are ready to go. This is our people. You can watch them. They came out in mass to cast their vote. You can watch them. This is our people. You can see the marvelous crowd. The crowd is also intimidated. That is to tell you Biafra are well ready. You can see them with their voter's card on their hand so that their vote will be counted. And that is why they came out today to cast their vote. And this is the unit in Eza. That is to tell you that Eza people are ready to make sure Biafra came into existence. And that is why they came out today. Biafra, what do you want to do?
We want to cast our votes.
For what? You want Biafra to come?
Yes.
And that is why you came here today?
Yes.
To cast your vote?
Yes.
But I'm assuring you that your vote will be counted. There is nothing like selfish interest in this vote. Everything will be done in a way everyone will be happy. And every vote will be counted. And I'm assuring you that Biafrans will be happy about this vote. Mama, the don't turn only vote.
Votu Biafra te Biafra bịa ta anyị nwere onwe anyị. Ta anyị nwere onwe anyị. Anyị nwere onwe anyị anyị mebejikwala egbodo anyị emeti ihu ikwete mebikedi. Anyị ji asụ ya azụ ihu. Anyị gbaje mechi enwe ka ọfụsha anyị. Aka anyị nọ dị ime Nigeria nbe Nigeria evunu machine lishinta giti idobiala ali. Asole paka wrong packing. Ọkụbụ wrong way. Mana anyị gbakala Biafra nta. Be in fact ele kwele khaso gende kan tawe khaso moto kan fronta
Nwegima ngwa agụkwa ekwo.
Nwegima na agụ ekwo. N'ime Biafra mari kwekwe jeru kwa nwe ọrụ afụkụ gwa nwa.
Ọkụbe Nigeria.
Ọkụbe Nigeria to kwa kwa maga ọdọ fu ekwere.
Nwegima ga ekwele Nigeria nta ọdụrụ.
Ọtọ dumure adụgụnumure mlefogo n'ime egole ma fle hand ọkọ tabule nwe kwekwe kwata ma
ko ekwo enweta jọrụ.
Le ngboko. Kwete nwuje kwa ọrụ tọdụ kwa Nwegima mogere ekwo nwere ọrụ.
Kweje last weekend.
Kweje school gị kwụ gị ma kwa kparịle field.
Kweje kwa nada we nweta ọrụ ndị ihwe ndo.
Ekweru asụkwale le kwa be etu okuru nnu. Kwa field form be etu okuru.
Oya be jalen close.
Kwa yalen close shut after di kwa anu.
Onwe wa se tendo no fo.
Penny. Akwa fuge pen ọtọ nwedi shata akwụdị asụkwata wele shalata akwụdị.
Tehena ga nu ọrụ astefa de gole.
Te kabile bụ nwanye be egide da rep.
You can watch our people online. You can watch our people online. You can watch them online. This is coming up from Ebonyi State. This is the Ebonyi State in Biafra land. You can watch our people. You can watch them. This is one of the units in Eza conducting.
As you can see, this is today's date is 18th of August 2024. As you can see, this is Obo Autonomous Community, and this a house belongs to one Mr. Ebuka. Okay. This house was just newly built, struggle to get the money in order to build the house, where to sleep. Look at what the government did this afternoon. It happened that this guy have children. The wife just give birth to twins. And today happened to be the day they want to celebrate naming ceremony. And he invited people, as you can see the canopy, invited people. Look at what these people did here today. Number one, this is sugarcane. They came to steal. They plucked all the sugarcane here. Secondly, as you can see, they have destroyed everything. Let me show you something. And this is DJ. If you look at this place, you see that this is DJ's. Listen, look at what they did. They have to destroy everything and burn it to ashes. This is, as you can see, they burn everything to ashes. This is it. This speaker, everything. Look at. So I'm going to show you more. And this is speakers. This speaker, they burnt the speakers to ashes. As you can see, if you look at, this is rice cooked by celebrants. This is what they did. This is what they did to what our brother Ebuka, prepared for people to come and enjoy with him, to celebrate with him for the twins. Everything. Just imagine. Like as I was saying, this is another one. This is another one. Look at what happened. They burned everything to ashes. This is rice. This is rice. Okay, go and show me the drink. This is scalloping. They burned.
Fellow Biafrans all over the world, good afternoon, Biafrans in Australia. I thank you all for inviting me today and participating in this particular historic tour again. Once again, my speech today and my message today to the Biafra people is the continuation of the enlightenment and awareness on our multi-dimensional approach to the liberation of Biafra. And today, I will be sharing just small history about how we have managed to dismantle Nigeria today using the multidimensional approach. And I'm going to take solace from Israel. My fellow Biafrans, do not allow Nigeria terrorist state nor their agent and affiliate to tell you you can't get your freedom. I am here to tell you that we are going to get our freedom, and we are going to do everything possible for this particular freedom to be achieved. And I'm going to share with you the story of Israel, which everybody knows about Israel, but many people do not know what Israel went through. And I will start with a man called Theodor Herzl. The Theodor Herzl was, should I say, a founder of the Zionist movement. Herzl was an Austro-Hungarian Jewish. He was a journalist, a lawyer, writer, and a political activist who was the father of the modern political Zionism. Many people are only hearing Israel, Israel, but they don't know what actually transpired that led to Israel becoming an independent state. Herzl formed the Zionist organization and promoted Jewish immigration to Palestine in an effort to form a Jewish state. In an effort to form a Jewish state. Today, there is a Jewish state called Israel, State of Israel. Due to his Zionist work, he is known in the Hebrew Kozeh, a visionary of the state. He is specifically mentioned even in the Declaration of Israel Independence. This man was mentioned and is officially referred to as the spiritual father of the Jewish state. It is very important that our people, both especially the gullible ones, understand that your gullibility cannot stop the liberation of Biafra this year. Hazel was born in Pest, Kingdom of Hungary, to a prosperous newly Jewish family. After a brief legal career in Vienna, he became the Paris correspondent of the Viennese newspaper. He confronted the anti-Semitic event in Vienna. I hope you understand what anti-Semitism means. He reached the conclusion that anti-Jewish sentiment would make Jewish assimilation impossible. This man single-handedly rose up, stood up, because of the anti-Jewish activities across the world. He stood up, one man. And in 1896, Hazel published the pamphlet, the Judenstaat, in which he elaborated his vision for a Jewish homeland. Because of the attack, the anti-Jewish anti-Semitism, he had a vision. His ideas attracted international attention and rapidly established Hazel as a major figure in the Jewish world. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you seeing some similarity in what we are doing today, the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the rise of Simon Èkpá and the Biafra government in exile? In 1897, Hazel convened what we call the First Zionist Congress in Basel. First ever. My fellow Biafrans, do you see some similarity? In 2023, we had the first ever Biafra convention in Finland. First ever in the history of our freedom fighting. This man convened the first ever Zionist Congress in Basel, Switzerland. In Switzerland, and was elected the president of the Zionist organization. He began a series of diplomatic initiatives. I am talking about 18-something, when Usman Dan Fodio was conquering the northern Nigeria. When Usman Dan Fodio was killing the Hausas, this man was busy having a vision for a Jewish state of Israel. And then he began the diplomatic initiative to build support for Jewish state. I am telling you that we are not land anywhere. But that was a vision. That was a vision, and they pursued the vision. Some people who don't know anything how the world works will be telling you today who is the government, which government is supporting you, which state is supporting you, how can somebody support you when you are showing that you are an idiot? How can somebody support you when you are dependent on people and you have not thinking of your own? How can people support you when you have shown to be a slave to ordinary nomadic people who don't know what is civilization? But today, we have changed the narrative. Now they understand we are not slave nomadic. Now they understand there must be a need to support the liberation and the freedom of Biafra. Now they understand that people of integrity have risen up to show that Biafra has people of integrity and standard. He began a series of diplomatic initiatives to build support for Jewish state, appealing unsuccessfully to German emperor. He appealed to German emperor, was not successful. And Ottoman Sultan he appealed to all these people, was unsuccessful. At the 6th Zionist Congress in 1903, they have had the first one, the second one, the third one, and the 6th one in 1903. Hazel presented the Uganda scheme. He even went as far as trying to build the state of Jewish state in Uganda of today. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that Israel had a vision to establish a state in Uganda? Present-day Uganda. That is people, I don't know how many of you, and of course, the gullible ones who are looking at what we're doing today as stupid and whatever. I don't know how many of them are aware of this, that Israel wanted to establish a state in Uganda, present Uganda. Championed by Hazel. This was endorsed by Colonial Secretary Joseph Chamberlain on behalf of the British government. The proposal, which sought to create a temporary refugee for the Jews, ultimately rejected. Hazel died. This man died at the age of 44 in 1904 and was buried in Vienna. Now, let us also go fast forward after the Hazel attempt to establish the state of the Jewish state in Uganda, which was supposed to be the temporal refugee place, because of the anti-Semitism, anti-Jewish that was on rampage all over the world, just like they are trying to annihilate Biafrans because of the light we carry. Are you surprised that what we are facing today in Nigeria is exactly what the Jewish people faced all over the world? Then, Israel Declaration of Independence. I want you people to understand that the Declaration of Independent State of Israel was signed by 38 individuals. 38 signed the document of the Declaration of State of Independence of Israel. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that it was only 38 people that signed to declare Israel as an independent state? You don't know. Now you are knowing it today. I'm explaining to you. Formally, Declaration of the Establishment of State of Israel was proclaimed on the 14th May, 1948, by a man called David Ben-Gurion, the executive head of the World Zionist Organization. The Zionist organization that this Hazel founded. Chairman of the Jewish Agency for Palestine, and later the first Prime Minister of Israel. It declared the establishment of a Jewish state to be known as the State of Israel, which would come into effect on termination of the British mandate. Our own British mandate terminated in 2014. That was when the British mandate terminated. When they say you have 100 years after that we decide. Nobody is talking about the agreement and how Nigeria become a country from amalgamation to the independence to fake independence to today present Nigeria. They put it under the carpet because nobody have risen up to challenge them. Nobody have risen up to question the existence of Nigeria. Until now, we are questioning it under the Biafra government in exile. I will question it with gun. We will question it with bomb. We will question it with civility. We will question it diplomatically, and we will question it politically. And that is the multi-dimensional approach. That thing they are avoiding to discuss, that particular existence of Nigeria, or continuation of Nigeria, they have been avoiding to discuss, will be forced to discuss. They will be forced with the activities and the actions of the Biafra government in 2024. That's where we are going. That's why all these shenanigans, all this their regional government, all this nonsense you see happening are happening today. And they have not actually started hitting the point, because the point remains the continual existence of Nigeria as a country. They are not discussing it. What was the agreement of 1914? What was the agreement thereafter? Independent. What happened for after the 100 years of Nigeria? Nobody is discussing it. And we have seen Nigeria has become the worst and evil state, a terrorist state it has become, and such state should not be allowed to stay even the next minute. That's why Biafra has decided to fight their way out, not the type of war we fought in the 67. That was a very big lesson that we have learned. And today we are fighting differently. I am telling you, if this liberation of Biafra is going to take us the next 20 years, after the 2nd of December, we are ready for it. But let us continue so that you understand how freedom is fought for the past 20 years. Actually was following people who do not know what they are doing, and either they were being sabotaged, especially from Mazen Amdekano, who set up the indigenous people of Biafra, surrounded himself with criminals who were not actually fighting for freedom. Now, the event of the termination of the British mandate, Israel immediately wanted to declare their independence. Immediately that termination of the British mandate, on the same night, the event is celebrated annually, the declaration of Israel. Now, let me also inform you that the possibility of a Jewish homeland in Palestine had been a goal of the Zionist organization, the Zionists founded by Hazel, since the late 19th century. In 1917, British Foreign Ministry Arthur Balfour stated in a letter to the British Jewish community leader, Walter Lord, that His Majesty government views with favor the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people, and we use the best endeavor to facilitate the achievement of this object. It's being clearly understood that nothing shall be done which may prejudice the civil and religious right of existing non-Jewish community in Palestine, or the right and political status enjoyed by Jews in other countries. Now they are supporting the establishment of the state of Israel. What happens to you that is yet to get support from the British government? Have you asked yourself that? Because they see that you have been conquered. Maybe you have been conquered. Maybe you don't have the balls to fight for what is your right. Maybe because you are an African and they have come to understand that all of you are idiots. But we are here to tell them that we are not idiots, actually. We're here to tell them that we are even more advanced, more brutal to our getting our freedom, even like they will ever imagine. That is what this generation, the government, I am the prime minister, is trying to send the message we're sending to the world. Our freedom is so precious that we are ready to burn Nigeria down for us to be free. Through this letter, it became known to the Balfour Declaration. British government policy officially endorsed Zionism. Now, without the effort of Hazel and those that follows him, will British ever take them serious? The answer is no. Will anybody ever take state of Israel or the Jews seriously? Nobody will take them serious. But they stood up. From nowhere, a man born in Hungary family, a man born in Hungary stood up and said, I am forming the organization of Zionism. That is what led to the freedom of Israel today. That is what made Israel become one of the most powerful countries in the world. By one single man vision. And let me also inform you that this was necessary because of the violence against Jews all over the world, just like we are facing it today in Nigeria, and solution has come through the government of Biafra. And let me also inform you that before the Declaration of Independent State of Israel, there was Declaration Draft 1, Declaration Draft 2, and then Declaration Draft 3. They have the first draft, the second draft, the third draft. I want you to understand that Biafra today, we have already the first draft, and we are already in the second draft. We are not necessarily going to go to the third draft and like they did, but I'm just telling you the multidimensional approach. Remember that a few days ago, I have used Finland, and I have compared what Finland did and what Biafra are doing. Now I'm using Israel for you to understand that we have captured everything and it is woto. Israel had their first declaration draft. They had that first declaration draft was done by somebody called Berenson, Zvi Berenson, or V Berenson. One person drafted it, the declaration. The second draft was done by about 5 men. 5 men drafted the second draft of the Declaration of the State of Israel. The third draft was done by 4 men. I am telling you, after that, the declaration follows, which were signed by 38 persons. Now, drafting the text, the first draft of the declaration was made by this Berenson. Union, and later a justice of the Supreme Court. At the request of Pinchas Rosen, a revised second draft of the declaration was made by 3 lawyers, Abraham, and of course, another one, David Rames. A second committee meeting, which include David and many others, produce the final text. Today, the Biafra government have what we call the Declaration Drafting Committee. Declaration Drafting Committee, headed by Bryson Okoma, Dr. Bryson Okoma. Exactly the same thing. Now you are seeing similarity in the state, in the pathway for this freedom and independent state of Israel. You have also seen similarity and the pathway to the declaration of the independent state of Finland. You are also going to see another similarity from another country when I'm going to mention them. This is to tell you, and when you look at this pathway, they are not the same. The Finland pathway to freedom and Israel pathway to freedom is not the same. But what we are doing has similarity with Israel, with Finland. And there are many more, which I'm going to tell you. What I'm using is called the multi-dimensional approach that Nigeria can never ever escape that. So we will make sure that if this fail, the other one will not fail. And if this one fail, the other one will not fail. And that's exactly what we are doing, because Nigeria is a complex country. Because of the vested interest of the world powers, it needed a very complex solution. And we found it. We found it. We have solved the mathematics and they found X. And they don't even know that mathematics is cooling in our fridge. So what we do is we are going one after the other to take the solution, the equation, what we use to solve this mathematics, and apply it to our everyday activities in the liberation of Biafra. Now, I want you also to understand that the vote of the 12th May 1945 was convened to vote on the Declaration of Independence. 3 of 13 members were absent. They had 13 members to vote, and 3 of these 13 members were what? They were absent. And some of them were being blocked in besieged Jerusalem. The difference today is that we are not only in exile, we are also in the homeland. We have those, so when they tell you you are in exile, laugh at them. We have government in the homeland called the Biafra de facto government. When they mock you that, oh, these people are doing, of course, they are no longer laughing. That's why you see the increase of attack and propaganda against us, which I warned the Biafrans a few days ago. I said, there's going to be an increased propaganda in Nigerian media. Don't fall for it. And that's to see what's happening now, because they have come to realize that it's like these people are not joking. It's like these people are getting attention even in the United States. It's like these people are having, higher level meeting with the United States Congress, United States government officials, and all that. This is no longer something that we should know. That's what you see happening on social media. Don't be distracted. I am not distracted. Actually, the more this propaganda comes, the more I get energy. So it is what is giving me energy. Is their propaganda. And once that propaganda stops coming, I will manufacture something that will make them to start talking. So what am I saying? The meeting started at about 13:45 in the afternoon and ended midnight.